Welcome, everyone. This is the New Mexico State Game Commission with the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. Today is Friday, September 11th. We are scheduled to meet from 9 a.m. to 11. These are approximate times. The meeting will be adjourned upon completion of the agenda, and any items not discussed at this meeting will be considered for the next meeting's agenda. The agenda is subject to change. We will be reviewing that this morning. I also want to say again, thank you for joining us. If you are an individual with a disability or who is in need of a reader, amplifier, qualified sign language interpreter, or any other form of auxiliary aid or service to attend or participate in this meeting, please contact Tristana. Her number is 505-476-8027. She will be happy to assist you. Before we get started, again, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining us. I also want to thank the Department of Game and Fish for the service that they provide. Today is a very important day. It's a special meeting because we have some specific things that we need to discuss, and many of them are in the executive session. Some things do include public comment, and for those of you that are joining us, we would love to hear from you, even if it is just a shout out to say hello. But because today is September 11th, it is a very important day because it marks the 19th year anniversary of the terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and the United Flight 93 that crashed in Western Pennsylvania. And as I was preparing for this meeting, I thought, well, how can we honor our country? How can we honor those persons, those individuals that lost their lives and their families? And I came across on the internet some suggestions, so I'm going to quickly go through them before we get started. Is that okay, Director Mike Sloan?
Madam Chair, that would be fine.
Thank you, sir. And they're just 15 things, so I'll just quickly go through those. Again, to take action to find some way to memorialize the events of September 11th. First and foremost, fly your flag at half-mast at home. If you can, it's just a very important symbolic thing. Many of us do that daily, but if you don't, please fly your flag today at half-mast and honor it when you do see a flag. 2, tap into the love of country that flows through your veins. Think about blood and giving to the Red Cross, showing some solidarity for those that have been injured. There were more than 6,000 injured on that day on 9/11. 3, attend and participate in community events if you can. Often there are observances of silence, and that's just a very wonderful thing to do. Also, post an appropriate picture or remembrance on your social media if you care to. Also participate in a local 9/11 stair climb. I heard on the radio this morning that one is occurring in Albuquerque, and if because of COVID-19 you cannot be present, of course, you can always join in on streaming. 7, visit a local 9/11 memorial in your area. And sometimes if you don't have that, again, using the social media is just fine. 8, volunteer through any one of the nonprofit organizations in your area to preserve the 9/11 National Day of Service and Remembrance. 9, donate to a charity that supports the families of 9/11, the victims, the museums, and other beneficial programs. 10, talk with your family, your children, all those friends around you, and talk about what happened. There's a wealth of information. Try the resources that are available on the internet to also discuss those. 11, remember the brave first responders, the military, the civilians who selfishly gave their lives to save others. 12, thank the Coast Guard if you can. They had the greatest boat lift in American history on 9/11. And it's a wonderful story of heroism, and it's worth revisiting. 13, ponder the question before us. Are we living the freedoms individually and collectively as we ought to be? What are they? The respect and the love that we have for each other and for our country. But ponder the question, are we living our freedoms individually and collectively as we ought to be? 14, resolve to be a better citizen and contributing member of the common good of our country. Department of Game and Fish and being present here today, I think, is one way of contributing in one way. And so I want to say thank you again. And then 15, I thought this was really interesting, and I thought this was very good. Reflect on the following remarks of President Abraham Lincoln from a speech given on September, get a load of this, September 11th, 1858. Quote, what constitutes the bulwark of our own liberty and independence? It is not our frowning battlements, our bristling seacoasts, the guns of our war steamers, or the strength of our gallant and disciplined army. Our reliance is in the love of liberty, which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit, which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men in all lands everywhere. Destroy this spirit, and you have planted the seeds of despotism around your own doors. End quote. So that is my contribution to the 9/11 remembrance. And I thank you all for your patience in hearing me out on that. I am Sharon Salazar Hickey, the New Mexico State Game Commission Chair, and this meeting is hereby called to order. Director Michael Sloan, can you please take the roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Vestbach. I can see your picture, but you're, there you go. All right, I didn't hear yes, but I'm going to say that you said yes because I can see your mouth moving.
I'm here. Sorry, you couldn't hear it.
Commissioner Souls.
Here.
Commissioner Lopez.
Here.
Commissioner Kramer.
Here.
Commissioner Bates.
Here.
Vice Chair Salazar Henry.
Here.
Chair Salazar Hickey.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, Director Sloan. Let us move on to the next agenda item, which is the approval of the agenda. This is an action item. I know that with the assistance of our Department of Game and Fish, they did post this agenda, so it is available for everyone and members of the public to see. I know that the commissioners have had an opportunity to see it. Is there any discussion on this agenda? Very good. Do I have a motion to approve this agenda?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Vice Chair. And thank you, Commissioner Vesbach. Director Sloan, can we have a vote, please?
Commissioner Vesbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Souls,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kramer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Salazar Henry,
Yes.
Chair Salazar Hickey.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, commissioners, and thank you, director. Let's move on to the next agenda item, which is the approval of the minutes of August 13th, 2020. This was a virtual meeting, and I would like to know if there's any discussion on those minutes. Very good. I hear no discussion on the minutes. Therefore, do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Lopez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Kramer. I'll take that one. Director Sloan, can we have a vote, please?
Commissioner Vesbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Souls,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kramer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Salazar Henry,
Yes.
Chair Salazar Hickey.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Director, and thank you, Commissioners. Very good. So we are moving on to agenda item number 5, which is the executive session. According to our agenda, Commissioners will vote on whether to adjourn into the executive session. So in order to do that, to move into the closed executive session, I so move to adjourn into the executive session, closed to the public, pursuant to section 10-15-1, paragraph H, subparagraph 7, New Mexico State Statutes annotated 1978, to discuss the matters subject to attorney-client privilege relating to threatened or pending litigation, in which the commission and or department is or may become a participant, as listed in agenda item number 5, subsections A and B. That is a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Second.
Commissioner Lopez, thank you. So, Mr. Secretary, Director Sloan, this motion requires a roll call vote. Can you please take that vote?
Commissioner Vesbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Souls,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kramer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Salazar Henry,
Yes.
Chair Salazar Hickey.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Director Sloan and Commissioners. It is now 9:21, and we are hereby adjourned for an executive session, and we will return upon that closure of that session.
The meeting is still live.
Oh, our meeting is live right now?
Correct.
Oh, very good. Well, my apologies, Department of Game and Fish and all those commissioners and those present watching on this live stream. Adjourned executive session, and it was closed to the public. During the executive session, the commission discussed only those matters specified in its motion to adjourn, and it took no action as to any matter. So that said, I believe, commissioners, we are ready to move to agenda item number 6 or 7, where we proceed with general public comments. Mr. Cherry, do we have any members of the public present with us today who are interested in speaking?
Madam Chair, we have a couple members in attendance. If either of them wish to speak, if you would simply raise your hand on the virtual platform, and I can allow you access to your mic. Madam Chair, it doesn't look like anyone wishes to speak today.
Okay, very good. Well, then that means we can proceed to our last agenda item, which is to adjourn this meeting. It is an action item. And before we proceed to that action item, Director Michael Sloan, can you please remind us when our next meeting is? Or if not Director Sloan, any of the other commissioners? I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Mike.
I think it's October
Sorry,
6th.
I was muted by accident. October 16th,
Okay, very good.
and it will be virtual again. I anticipate that all of our meetings through at least the end of the year and probably into January will be virtual.
Thank you, sir. And if we had had the pleasure of being somewhere, where would we have been on October 16th?
Beautiful Taos, New Mexico.
Oh my gosh, wonderful. Well, every part of the state is just beautiful, whether it's the north, south, central part of the state, it's all great. So, okay, do I have a motion to adjourn this? Well, do we have any discussions, any other discussions before we move to a motion?
So I was just hoping that the director would remind anybody who might go back and look at this, the 2 rules that you've announced for public comment. If you guys or Lance Cherry have those dates that you're taking public comment on those 2 rules, I was thinking that would be just great to remind folks that we want their input.
Public meetings.
Yes.
I don't have those right at hand. I don't know, Lance, do you have the press releases we did on those handy?
I am looking here real quick.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No. I know they're coming up. Let's see. So there is the public meeting on proposed changes to the Hunter Education Rule. A virtual meeting September 24th at 6 p.m. And another one September 29th also at 6 p.m. Proposed changes to the importation rule, public meeting September 23rd at 6 p.m. and September 30th at 6 p.m., both of which are also virtual. And it seems like there's another one out there.
That was very helpful, Director Sloan and Vice Chair. I'm glad you brought that up. That was very good.
I just want to make a plug for anybody that'll be going back and listening to this or whatever, is the 4th edition of the Women Hunters and Anglers Social Hour is for September 15th at 5:30. There is a press release that's been issued, and if anybody wants to join, it is a very helpful forum for women who are hunting and fishing and have questions, and it's a great way to discuss issues without amongst women with being comfortable, I guess I'll just say that. And the Department of Game and Fish women have done a fantastic job in hosting these get together. So I encourage anybody out there that is interested to get on and join in the conversation. That's it.
Excellent. Thank you, Vice Chair. Any other commissioners? Okay, do I hear a motion?
Move to adjourn.
Who was that?
Commissioner Bates.
Commissioner Bates. Thank you, sir. And who is the second?
I'll do it.
Second.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Kramer. Director Mike Sloan, can you please take a vote?
Can. Commissioner Vesbach,
Yes.
Commissioner Souls,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez. Muted or not here?
I think he's connected.
I don't think he's connected.
Okay. Commissioner Kramer,
Yes.
Commissioner Bates,
Yes.
Vice Chair Salazar Henry,
Yes.
Chair Salazar Hickey.
Yes,
Motion passes with 5 yeses and 1 absent.
thank you, Director Michael Sloan, Department of Game and Fish, and Commissioners. It was wonderful seeing you today. This meeting is officially adjourned. Goodbye.